I'm Anil Kumar. Welcome to my series on fractions. We will learn how to represent fractions on a number line in this particular video. Now, let's first talk about a number line. Any straight line going from left to right. We normally take it from left to right. And on this number line, we mark some numbers. Normally, we'll represent 0 on the left side, and on the right side, we'll take some divisions which are equally spaced. So if this is 0, let's call that to be 1 unit away, then same distance apart we'll make another unit and call it 2, and then increase the numbers as we move forward, right? So 1, 2, 3, and so on. What you notice is that on a number line, which actually extends from left to right, on the left side we sometimes put negative numbers. Since now we are only considering positive numbers, they are on the right of 0. So right side of 0 gives us positive numbers. And they increase. So as we move right, so from left to right, numbers increase. Now that gives you an idea. So that means if I have to arrange numbers in ascending order, that means increasing, or descending order, which means decreasing, I can place the numbers on the number line and then we'll know exactly which number is smaller than the other, right? So we are going to use the number line to answer such questions. Now let's talk about fractions, mixed numbers, and how to represent them on number line. To give you an idea, this number line can be divided into parts. We already done these divisions and written 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are whole numbers, correct? But we could divide it further. For example, this unit from 0 to 1 could be divided right from the center. So that will become half of it, correct? And if you further divide it into another half, we get half of half, which is 1/4. So you see, we could actually divide the space between any unit into smaller parts, and that is how we can represent fractions. Right? So that gives you an idea of how to represent fractions on a number line. Now let's take it in details with some examples. So now we'll concentrate on writing fractions on a number line. So let's begin by again sketching a number line. So let's say this is our number line. Since we are considering only positive numbers, I will mark 0 on the left side of my page. So this is my 0. As we saw earlier, we will divide this into units of equal length. So let this be 1 unit, let this be second unit, and let this be third unit. Each will be marked with whole numbers 1, 2, 3, and so on, right? It continues. This arrow indicates that the number line extends to a very large value. Now the question is how to write fractions on a number line. Now let's take some simple fractions to begin with. So let's talk about half, right? So let's see how to place half on a number line. Now half is a number between 0 and 1 right in the center, correct? So that will represent half for us. So midway between 0 and 1 will be half. So I'll write half here. Now I could have had a number like 1 out of 4, right? So let's say 1 out of 4. It really means I have to divide this unit into 4 equal parts. So which I can do by making half of half, that is 1/4, right? So these are 4 equal parts. Now here, as you can see, 1 over 4 is shown here, right? So that becomes 1 out of 4, correct? Now we could also represent some bigger numbers here. For example, I could also say what is, or let's do the other way. Let's go with 1/4, right? So this is 1/4, this is 2/4. What will that be? This will be 3/4, correct? So we could represent numbers like this. Do you understand? So that is the way to represent fractions on a number line. Now let us see how to represent 1/3, 1 out of 3. Well, the idea is divide one unit into 3 equal parts, right? So this time we'll divide one unit, that is from 0 to 1, into 3 equal parts and take the first one, right? So let's say we'll just do 2 numbers. So let's divide the distance between 0 and 1 into 3 equal parts. Let's say these are my 3 equal parts. So 1/3 clearly is, this is 1/3, 2/3, 3 out of 3. So this is 1/3 for us. Correct? So that is how you could represent 1/3 on the number line. Correct? What is going to be this number? Can you tell me that? Now this is 1/3, that has to be 2/3. Correct? As you can see, 3 by 3 is same as 1. So 1, 2, 3, that is 3 by 3 or 1. It is one and the same thing. Perfect. So what we saw here is how to represent fractions, let's say less than 1, on a number line. Now we'll take up examples where we will put bigger fractions on a number line. Here we'll try to understand how to put fractions bigger than 1 on a number line. So let's say this is our number line starting with 0. Here we have 1 unit, then we have second unit. Let's say this is the third unit. These are equally spaced on a number line. We'll take up example to understand how to place 1.5, which is more than 1, on this particular line. Or let's say 2 over 3. Let's also see how to place 1 out of 4 on a number line. Okay, so let's try it. Now when we say 1.5, that means we have already moved from 0 to 1, that is 1 unit, right? So we have taken care of 1 and we have to go half more. So to get to half, we can divide the distance between 1 and 2 into 2 equal parts. So that becomes half of the distance. So moving from 1 to half gives you 1.5. Does it make sense? So that is how you get 1.5. Is that clear? Okay, let's take the next example, which is 2 over 3. It means 2 wholes, so we can go from here 1 and then 2. So 2 wholes and 2 out of 3. So how do we get 2 out of 3? You have to divide this into 3 equal parts. So 1, 2 and 3. Take 2. So then 2 out of 3 is this much. So that becomes 2 out of 3. Does make sense to you? Correct? Now the last one is for you to do. Now you have to figure out where should 1 over 4 be. You can pause the video, answer, and then look into my suggestions. Now 1 whole, so from here you go to 1, which is 1 whole. How about 1/4? Well, you know this is half. Half of half is 1/4. So that becomes 1/4. So this number will be 1, 1 out of 4. Does it make sense to you? Right? So that is how you could represent mixed numbers or numbers greater than 1 on a number line. Now let's take another example to consolidate our learning. This time we'll take numbers like 2, 1 over 3. So let's begin with 2, 1 over 3. So let's say this is 0 for us. 1, 2, and 3. So how should I get 2, 1 over 3 on this number line? Think about it. So 2, 1 over 3 means 2 wholes. So you can go straight to 2. And now distance between 2 and 3 has to be divided into 3 equal parts, and you have to go to the first one. So that is 3 equal parts going to the first one gives you 2, 1 over 3. Perfect. So that is how you're going to get it. So try this practice with some more numbers. Let's do 1, 2 over 3 and 2, 1 over 6. So I'd like you to place these two numbers on this number line. Let me do the last one, 2, 1 over 6. How do you get 1/6? Well, 1/6 is half of 1/3. So it will be right here, correct? Since it is 2, 1 over 6, we'll go 2 units. We are doing this now. You go 2 units and then 1/6. So this portion will be 2, 1 over 6. Does make sense? Correct? So that is how you should be doing it. So let's now see. Once we have arranged the numbers, can you put them in increasing and decreasing order? Well, clearly. Here, 1, 1 over 4 is the lowest and 2, 2 over 3 is the highest. So increasing order is, let me write down. Is from left to right, correct? So when I say increasing order, you arrange the numbers from left to right. So in this case, increasing order will be 1, 1 over 4. That is the smallest number. Then we have 1.5, and the last one is 2, 2 over 3. Correct? Now I'd like you to do this exercise, and for the second set, I would like you to put the numbers in decreasing order. You need to place 1, 2 over 3 to get the correct answer. 1 over 2, 1, 2 over 3 means go to 1, divide the second into 3 equal parts and take the second one. That is it, right? So 1, 2 over 3. Now you can write this in decreasing order. The number which comes at the end is the highest, which in this case is 2, 1 over 3, correct? So we'll write this as 2, 1 over 3, that is the highest number, then 2, 1 over 6, and the last number, which is the lowest, is 1, 2 over 3. Does it make sense? Right? Now let's do a test on our learnings about placing numbers on a number line and then arranging these numbers in ascending or descending order. Now take it as a test. I'll give you some numbers. You have to arrange them in ascending order. Ascending means increasing, that is lowest to highest, correct? So my numbers are, let's say 2.5, 1, 2 over, let's say 3. The number 2 itself, 3 over 4. And let me write one number like this, 7 over, let us say 7 over 4. Okay, so these are my 5 numbers. You have to arrange them in increasing order. You can pause the video, answer this question, and then look into my suggestions. So we'll begin with making a number line. All our numbers are positive. So using the space better, we'll put 0 on the leftmost side. Now most of these numbers are between 1 and 3. So I'm taking 3 divisions here, right? So let's say this is 1, and then we have 2, and then we have 3, right? let me also write 4. Now let's place these numbers one by one. So when I have to place 2.5, what I'm trying to say here is we go 2 units and then half. Now half of between 2 and 3 could be this, right? So this is half of 2 and 3. So I go 2 units and then travel half, and this position here represents 2.5. Right? So I get the first number. Now let's look into the second one, which is 1/2/3. So we go to the first unit. 2/3 means I have to divide this into 3 equal parts. Take the second one. So that becomes 1/2/3. The third number is straightforward. It is the number 2. So that is the number 2, correct? Okay, so that is number 2. Then we have to do 3/4. To get to 3/4, which is definitely less than 1, we will divide 0 to 1 into 4 equal parts. This is half, and then we'll do half of half, correct? Third quarter, these are all quarters. So it is 1, 2, 3. So that becomes 3/4. The last number here is 7/4. Now how do I get 7/4? So what I will do here, we have made quarters, we'll continue with these quarters, correct? So let's say this is half of this and half of half, kind of. Do you see that? Is it okay? So we got quarters here, 1/4, 1/4. I mean, this half should be on left side of 1/3. So what we get here is 7/4, right? So 7/4 could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that becomes 7/4. Do you see that? Now you could also do one thing. You could divide 7/4 and write it as improper. This is improper. Write it as mixed number. 3 remainder. So 1, 3/4. You get an idea, right? So 1 whole and then 3/4. You could do like that also. So that is an alternate way. Anyway, we have successfully represented all these numbers on a number line. Now, can you write them in ascending order? That means from lowest to highest, correct? So let's write down our answer. So the lowest number here is 3/4. So we get 3/4. The next number here is 1/2/3. Then we have 7/4. Then we have number 2, and then we have 2.5. So that becomes our solution, representing all the numbers on the number line and then writing them in ascending order. Does it make sense? Correct? Now let's take up another example that will be on descending order, decreasing. Now this time, let me give you some numbers here. Let's say the numbers are 2/3, 1/6, 2, 3/6, and let me write a number here, 1/3, and let me write one improper number, which is with denominator 3. Let's take this, 8. Okay, now some numbers may be same also. So let's see how to arrange them in decreasing order. That means from highest to lowest. First step, let's try to put these numbers on a number line, and then we'll do the needful. Now these numbers are less than 3, so let me make 3 units. So starting with 0, let's say this is 1, this is 2, and that is 3. This time I space them out. Now you'll notice that the denominators are either 6 or 3. So we need to divide each unit into 6 parts or 3 parts, correct? Okay, so let's do it. in steps. First number is 1, 1 over 3. That means you have to go beyond 1, right? And in between 1 and 3, we have to divide it into 1 and 2. We have to divide this into 3 equal parts. So let's say these are 3 equal parts. Then 1, 1 over 3 will mean what? 1, 1 over 3 will mean that you go to 1 and then 1/3, first part. So this number here represents 1, 1 over 3. So that is the number in red. Now let's do the next number, which is 2 over 3. So 2 over 3 really means that I'll divide the division marked between 0 and 1 into 3 equal parts again. Okay, and go to the second one, 2 over 3. So from here to the second one, so this number here is 2 over 3. 1, 1 over 6. Now 1/6 is half of 1/3. So you have to use sometimes this knowledge of fractions, right? So 6 divisions. So that is your 6th division. Do you understand? 1/3 divided further. So 1 whole and then 1/6. So you land up here. So this number here is 1, 1 over 6. Very close to 1, 1 over 3, but on the left side. Correct? So that is your next number. 2 over 3 was our green number. Okay, now let's do 2, 3 over 6. 2, 3 over 6 means you will move to 2 directly, 2 whole, which is right there. So that is 2. And between 2 and 3, I have to divide it into 6 portions now, right? So let's do first 3 divisions. So these are 3 divisions and half of 3s. We got 6. So you have to do 2, 3 over 6. 1, 2, 3. So you reach here, which is midway between 2 and 3. So this number here represents 2, 3 over 6. Correct? Now let's do the last one, which is 8 over 3. Now 8 over 3 means you have to take 8 1/3, right? You could do that. So let me write down 8 over 3 in a different way. When I say 8 over 3, it could also mean dividing 8 by 3, we get 2 wholes. 3 times 2 is 6, 2 remains. 2 over 3, right? So it could be 2, 2 over 3 also. So which is, now here, these are 1/3. Do you see that? 1/3, 1/3, second third. So what we get here is 2, 2 over 3. So you go to straight to 2, and then these are your 1/3s. First 1/3, second 1/3. So that is the number, which is 8 over 6. 8 over 3, right? The last number. Does make sense to you? Correct? So that is how you could do. Or you divide each into 1/3 and count 8 of them. So let's do like that. So this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6th, 7th and 8th. So that is 8 over 3. Does it make sense to you? 8 over 3. So either way you could do it. So I hope the steps are clear. Now the numbers are before you. I would like you to write down the answer in decreasing order, which is descending. So you have to write the highest number first. So the highest number here is 8 over 3. So we'll start with 8 over 3, which is the highest, and then 2, 3 over 6. And then we get to 1, 1 over 3. And then we have 1, 1 over 6. And then we have 2 over 3. So these are numbers in descending order. I hope that's absolutely clear. Now let's take a test for you. You need to show the numbers on a number line and then arrange them in ascending and descending order. Here is the question for you. I would like you to pause the video, copy this question, answer, and take it as a test question, right? So there are two questions. It's an application of fractions on number line. Question number 1. Arrange in ascending order. 2.5, 2 1 by 4, 3 by 2, and 7 by 4. Question 2. Arrange in descending order. 1 1 over 3, 2 1 over 6, 5 over 6, and 7 over 3. Here is how you're going to do it. First step, draw a number line. Since all are positive numbers, we are keeping on the leftmost side our 0. The highest number seems to be less than 3, right? So we can divide this into 3 parts, giving units 1, 2, and 3. Now, since the base is denominator is 2 or 4, what I could do here is divide each into units of 1/4, right? So let's say these are my halves. And half of halves I'm showing with these dots. So that is a nice way of doing it. So once you have done this, it becomes much simpler. I hope it makes sense, correct? For the next line, now I like you to place the numbers in a range, right? For the question number 2, as you can see, the numbers are with denominator of 3 and 6. So this time, I'll prefer to divide in 1/3 and 1/6, correct? So we'll again take 3 units. However, this time we are dividing them into 1/3 and 1/6. So let's do it in 1/3 first. So let's say these are our 1/3. And half of these will be 1/6. Does it make sense to you? Now place the numbers and get your solution. Here is my solution. First number, 2.5. That means go full 2 and half. So this number here will represent 2.5. So it's not very difficult, correct? So that is 2.5. Let me give this as 1 mark. Okay. So this is the number in red. The next number, 2 1 by 4. 2 1 by 4 means go to 2 and that small portion is 1 by 4. So this number here is 2 1 by 4. Correct? So that's my next number from the list. 3.5. 3.5 really means 3 over 2 means 3 halves. So so these are the halves, right? So 1, 2, and 3. So that is 3 over 2. So we went by halves. 1 half, 2 half, third half, 3 by 2. Is it okay? Now let's look into the next number in this list, which is 7 over 4. So means quarters. These are our quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is 7 over 4. Once you have the numbers, you can arrange them in ascending order, means increasing order. Correct? Left to right. You get your answer. So I hope that is clear. So the answer is 3 over 2. Then you have 7 over 4. Then you have 2 1 over 4. And then you have 2.5. So all the 4 numbers are now shown in ascending order. Does it make sense? Follow these steps for the next question also. So here is my solution. 1 over 3 means 1 whole and then 1/3. So this is 1 over 3 in red. 2 1 over 6. So 2 means you go down like this, 2, and that is 1/6. So that is 2 1/6. 5/6. 5/6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Less than 1. Let me write here. 5/6. Got it. Now let's see, where is 7/3? So look into thirds. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that becomes 7. So this is 7/3. Correct? So that is how you get all the numbers on a number line. So I hope it is not difficult at all. Let's write them in descending order. So highest first. So we get 7/3, 2 1/6, 1 1/3, and then 5/6. Correct? That is the solution. So I hope most of you must have got it right. Feel free to write your comments and share your views, and if there are doubts, don't hesitate. And if you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for watching and all the best.